If you're just joining us, it's Cameroon Feeding Live on CRTV. And it's time for us to talk to a young gentleman who's doing great and can inspire you as a youngster or you young at heart to continue impacting your community. Here to talk about the Fuel Your Dreams Nation, or in short, FYD Nation. He's here to remind us that we can rebuild and refuel our dreams, and he will tell us how. A big welcome to you, Malvins. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm doing great, and I hope you too.
Yes, and since we are already warming up to the Bilingualism Week that comes up next week, but it coincides with the Youth Week, so we're using this week to test our bilingualism skills.
Okay.
So breathe in, breathe out. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va bien?
Oui, oui, ça va, et vous?
Ok, très très bien. Vous venez de Bamenda?
Oui.
Ah, le voyage, c'était bien?
Bien, bien.
Bien, bien. I love that. He's on the point, like really brief. Okay, so I'm keen on knowing about Fuel Your Dreams.
Right.
Is it your idea? What inspired you?
All right. The FYD Nation, or the Fuel Your Dream Nation, is a dream that has been on my heart for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Then mid last year, I went through a season that was really, I could say, was a low season. Then in that moment, that dream was sparked. I had a spark. Yeah. So I decided to make a research on the youth, African youth in general, using the Cameroonian youth as my sample.
Yes.
Then I found out that we, the youth, suffer from three major things.
Okay.
Which is loss of hope, shattered dreams, then frustration.
Yeah.
And when I discovered this, my bigger question was, if they say we are the leaders of tomorrow, and the leaders of tomorrow don't have hope for tomorrow, what then is the tomorrow going to be like? So I brought forward, or I decided to look for solutions that can solve this problem, and I came up with 6 points.
Okay.
So the FYD Nation is based on 6 points, which we take them as our objectives.
Can we hear those 6 points?
Good. The first point is mentality switch.
All right.
Where we train the youth on topics like purpose discovery, leadership, entrepreneurship and business, then financial literacy. Yeah. We want to be able to make the youth, the government graduates, let's say 30,000 students every year. Yeah. And if 70% is looking up to the government for employment, that is too bad.
Too much.
And that is one of the reasons why the youth are frustrated. They have lost of hopes. So we want to be able to teach them what they can do instead of looking up to the government. Let them help the government.
Practical lessons, things they can learn and immediately apply.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the second one.
The second point, we are training the youth on media literacy training.
Okay.
Yeah. People say the media is, the world is gradually turning digital, but we feel like, we know the world is instead, rapidly turning digital. It's not gradually. The rate at which the world is turning digital is not just gradually, it's rapidly. So we want to train the youth on media literacy. Let them be able to know, the media is a space where you can learn a lot, you can make a living.
It could be a blessing or a curse.
Yes. So we want to be able to train the youth on media literacy. It's a perfect cause, and, we are already on courses. So
when you say media literacy, what are you teaching them exactly?
Okay, we teach them how to use the digital space to grow themselves, to sell themselves, and then to impact the community.
That's enough said.
Yes.
All right, the third point.
The third point, we want to build young dreams and future through the project competition, where we invite, we can launch a program for youths who are already into something. Youths, we saw that youths are already, they are making stuff, youths are making things happen, but they are unseen. From our work so far, we found, we saw youths who have different machines that produce really important things. Like we saw a guy who made a machine for coated granite, the peanut, and that you can use it for at an industrial level.
Yes.
And he is not findable. He doesn't know what to do. But if we can be able to, when we launch our project competitions and we have people like that come with their projects, through that, FYD Nation is a platform too where we can be able to get, link serious youth with potential investors, partners, and then grants as well.
I see.
The FYD Nation can get to sponsor you, or even partners that we have or we hope to have, they can sponsor. So that is the dream. We want to be able to inspire and then to grow young dreams and young future through that particular point.
Is that the fourth or?
That is the third.
Now the fourth.
The fourth point is we want to be able to fuel, rebuild shattered dreams and lost hopes through the FYD Nation podcast.
Oh, a podcast. Is it already functional?
It is going to be functional as from February 15th.
That's really close. So you're going to discuss all of these things in the podcast?
Yes, ma. And the podcast would be a platform where we invite successful youths in any sphere of life.
Yeah.
So long as you're successful, you're invited and you talk about your success story, your journey, the habits you had to put on to be able to where you are, to be able to be where you are. And then we allow you to be able to share your dreams, share your success with the youth. Then since we are findable, we're on the Facebook, we're on the YouTube, we have a website, we upload our videos there. Then we believe the youth can be able to watch, get inspired, and then learn from these people and change their lives too.
Fifth one?
And then the next point, we thought to ourselves that we cannot be talking about changing the youth for a sustainable tomorrow, and then we don't think about the children.
Yeah.
The children are the ones
from
that
childhood.
That's the point. So the FYD Nation Kid Hub, which is strictly for street children.
Okay.
Yeah. During the holidays, we gather youth, children, the street kids, and then we train them on. We train the youth, the street children on business and finance. We train them on entrepreneurship, leadership, financial management, purpose discovery. This takes place for 2 months. Then the third month, we use it as a practical and a selling month. Where
practical how?
Practical. What they've been able to learn within the 2 months, they are going to practice it.
Where?
They get into it.
So you get them linked up with organizations where they can practice, or how do you do it? Because they are street kids.
Yes, they're street kids. The thing is, the dream we have for the street kids is we want to be able to get them, because we have the project of the FYD Nation Research Center coming up. We want to be able to make this platform where even these children, because the street kids, according to FYD Nation, these are kids that are on the streets. They've lost it all.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have homes. Some of them have homes, but there is a question mark.
Yeah.
So when we are able to gather these children, we could partner with orphanages where we get these children there. Then during the holidays, they come for study. And then during the last month, they are being trained. They get to practice. We connect them with the right people. And those who were, like we spoke about purpose discovery, there are some that are really good singers, some are good dancers, and many much more. So we want to be able to let them, get teachers. Even we get people who come and train them even on site.
Okay.
They do the practicals even on site, and then they are able to showcase, because we want to also learn, get this on air as soon as possible. Get this on air where these children can be able to showcase their talent. They can be able to, show the world what they're made of, what they've done. Our anthem says we are all human, and all we need is a chance to live, so that we can do what we know best.
And you're giving them a chance to do so. So which one is the final one?
The final point is the FYD Nation Research Center for youths and the kids. So these are the 6 points that FYD Nation stands on.
All right, let's get to what's coming up soon that you want Cameroonians to know about.
All right. On the 22nd, the date has to be shifted.
Yes.
On the 22nd of February, the FYD Nation, we are having a launching. That's the first launch. We are launching the program.
Okay.
And this is taking place in Bamenda. So we want to be able to let the world know what is going on. We've been existing. We've been doing our stuff behind the camera, behind the scenes. Like currently, there's a training going on.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to let the world know what is going on by launching this project, launching this program, so that it can be open to the people. So on the 22nd of February, we have the launching of the FYD Nation, which is taking place in Bamenda. Strictly dignified and diplomatic.
All right. Open to everyone?
Not everyone.
Not everyone, so we cannot dish out the location and all of that.
Yes, it's strictly on invitation.
All right.
And You know,
Okay.
if you're not invited, don't come.
Hey, my goodness, okay. If you're not invited, don't show up for that event. But that is the launch pad for events that you can be a part of. Remember, he gave 6 points. I'm sure you can find yourself in at least one or a neighbor of yours. So spread the word. Are you on Facebook already?
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
So it's FYD Nation.
FYD Nation on Facebook.
All right.
FYD Nation on YouTube.
Perfect.
Then www.fydnation.com on the website. That's our
Perfectly
website.
said. Thank you so much, Malvins. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, maman.
Okay.